16 tons. But just tipping them over like this wasn't enough, so now we're going to play tree Jenga, this graveyard, this stump graveyard of trees. Alright, now I'm pushing over some of these really nice oaks here because this is going to be a new micro plot. This is a bottom area, and we get a lot of deer movement through here. It's going to complement the other bottom micro plot that I've got, that Chance got his buck last year. So I don't want to waste these trees, so I'm pushing them over so the logger can come and cut these up. I'm doing it that way because I don't want the stumps in here. The stumps are a lot harder to get rid of. So this thing is just amazing, the power. It helps that the ground's moist, no doubt about that. So probably 6 or 8, I'm just going to tip these and tell them to cut them up, and then I can come and push the stumps out. You know, as long as the stumps are just loose, you know, laying sideways, then I can get them. So it's kind of a win-win that way. Decent logs in here, and this is going to be a really nice, pretty area, nice micro plot. That this thing weighs 16 tons. This big oak here, I don't know if it's going to go on its own. I might have to dig it. Let's find out. On them trees behind it though, but like I said, if I could just get it where the stump is loose, make my job a lot easier. Push that from the side. It's hung up on that dead maple right there, but that's alright. It's plenty out. So this is what I'm doing here. It's going to be another micro plot to complement the other one, so we can hunt either wind direction down in this particular bottom. Alright, carry on. Beautiful day here. Alright, you can see this future clearing kind of starting to take shape here. There's the new road that I cut for the logger. There's an old farm pond there. This batch of trees will go, but not yet. Over there is where I pushed down a bunch of big oaks. This patch will go right here. Although that skinny one might be a walnut, that might stay. And this is probably going to be, by the time it's done, at least a half-acre plot, I would say. I could push up here to the right a little bit, but that's where the hill starts going up. So it's going to be just pretty beautiful plot down in here. Okay, so I pushed them down the other day, and I told the logger that he can come and process them, and then he asked me to get them all the way out because he needs to be able to lift them with his processor. So just tipping them over like this wasn't enough. So now we're going to play tree Jenga with this graveyard, this stump graveyard of trees. So I got to crack all these loose and then get them positioned where he can access them better, so that he can come and process these up. And then after this batch, I'll go back in and look if there's more that I need to tip over for this new clearing.